4th as well. Orlando played a couple of nights ago. They fell to Charlotte 86-74. Miami played yesterday against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well in that second half, in particular the late third quarter defensively.
And you mentioned it, Young and Golden, quite a tandem there for Miami. How about a 3 on the wing for Trevor Keels?
Miami Heat, back-to-back games. What coaches are looking for, one, are you still playing hard? The consistency, level of concentration, team basketball. And right now, Miami off to a really good start.
Quick 5 for Trevor Keels. Lester Quinones knocks down the tray.
And a really good drive and kick by Jace Richardson, able to get his shoulders by his opponent. Kick it over to Quinones for that. And Keel. I didn't tell you anything. If anything, I told you about the 90%.
Castleton below the nail, puts it up and puts it down. And Castleton offline is the 3. Golden tracks down the loose ball. Not shy to shoot. White puts it up and puts it in. That was 1 shy of the Summer League record. Again, I point this out. They played last week. There's continuity. They played a very nice brand of basketball last week and have continued to do so.
With the complementary players they have right now with Young and Conwell, that there's some good options right now on the table. And Golden, to say the least, to build out the back end of that roster. So some questions that are going to be addressed as we get closer to the NBA season.
We'll talk about that offense for Orlando. It has been a challenge.
And you know, the question has never been about talent. Because Orlando, you know, from a guard perspective, but it's been continuity on an offensive end. And speaking of which, Young able to get downhill.
Penda swivels inside. Richardson, clean look at a 3. It falls for Jace Richardson. It's now 18-12, and he really can play basketball. He took a hard hit yesterday in terms of his head, bounced right back up.
Yeah, but he got a nice head of lettuce, so he's all right. I think it absorbed a lot of the guys.
And I talked to coaches around the league about Washington. They said he's a good guy to have in the locker room. Players like him being around. But to your point, it's a fit. You could say.
To get the final one. And the Orlando Magic, they feel very confident that Sean has what it takes with his coaching staff to take this team to the next level. So really,
team that has been very competitive. You know, we talked about the offense for Orlando. Listen, this is a team that shot almost would be in question.
My question to you would be, I mean, how much can an offense aid? Quinones shows, hey, I know how to shoot the 3. How much can the offense affect the shooting if you just don't have the shooters? At what point in time does it not become the system versus who's out there shooting the basketball?
Well, for so long that, you know, understand how to see the game, evaluate the game, play the game, the physical aspects of it, you can work on, especially and to be a professional in this game. And I think that's more so from a father perspective, how I approach my son. I see a lot of players.
32-30. Miami got off to a good start. Orlando has caught them. Jump shot falls there.
I know time has been short as far as practice, but the continuity with this roster and the squad has been very good. With Dusty May, so 2 former teammates on the court at the same time, different uniforms.
Well, Keels is on one. Nice defense there by Young, forcing some errant passing. Penda's able to recover. Davis relocates for a spot-up 3 and puts it in.
It wasn't the prettiest.
White. Hadley to the cup.
And smart play by White. Trey White didn't discontinue on a consistent basis, in particular in an 82-game season. Nice.
And he's played about as well as you can play. He's perfect. 6 of 6 from the floor. Inside is Nelson. Rays, they continue to play well offensively here in Vegas. 119 points yesterday against Milwaukee. White creates the space and rips the cords.
And it's never easy, Brian, especially when you're a high-volume, high-usage player.
Young, hesitation. Usually hesitation is the best defender of the NBA.
But also that third quarter when they went on a run, spurred on by their defense.
Richardson creates the space, the step-back 3. Oh, a member's bounce.
This new thing going on, a lot of three-point shots. When you look at it now, and you've been coaching, been part of championship teams with Miami Heat. Is there something, a particular event, an accomplishment that kind of holds a little bit more weight as you now look back at your career?
And won championships. What the defining factor was everybody was on the same page. You know, you didn't have somebody going off on their own.
We were talking about stretch fours. He's one of them. What do you see when you come to a summer league? It's obviously different talent than what you see on a nightly basis. What do you see?
What I would tell guys, if you can't make a team or the G League team, you know, you got to go to Europe if you want to, you know, keep your career going.
It's a 2-point lead. They've trailed by as many as 9 here today. Under 5 to play in this third quarter. Penda. Richardson the rebound and a little soft touch inside. Extends it. White, who's been influential in this game and remains so and lives up to his name as Trey White knocks it down and breaks the tie.
Yeah, Morales. Because he needed to be stern. He needed to be direct and exact. So some days he would be kind of nice and friendly. He had some pregame speeches, man, that have you ready to run through a wall.
I remember talking to Doc Rivers about Pat Riley. He said, Magic now out in front. This is their largest lead of 6. Young tries to trim into it and does. Young. Nelson holds a bit out of his comfort zone up top. Wheeler says, I'll take the shot and knock it down. Wayne Ellington, a big part of that for the Heat. Quinones inside. Nice. And Nelson able to lay it in. Quinones goes to work on Shefflin, gets around him, down the lane, down the hatch it goes. Strong drive.
Eastern Conference.
It's incredible. And they did put a lot of chips in the middle for Desmond Bain, who is terrific.
To address the shooting. Yep. To address the shooting. Okay. 2026-2027 season.
My own opinion, I've been lucky to be in this league for a long time and watch it obviously.
The team, that didn't happen. So, and Nick, I don't think the Knicks, people view the Knicks as being that dominant, where they can go on this run.
Rebound inside goes to Morales, but Shefflin able to get it back. Inside to Brown, soft little touch.
See, Shefflin, he used the football.
Kind of started, came off the bench. Sometimes he wouldn't play. He was ready for it all. The coaching staff really praised his ability to kind of adapt and be ready. He might need to be ready for this
player to maintain any rhythm. But when you're called upon, you got to be ready. And that's one of the challenges, too.
6-point game. Nice feed inside. Good interior defense. Good recovery. As Morales able to lay it in.
As far as making a squad, the opportunity to make a squad.
In theory, that was kind of a domination. None of those games were being dominated. It was down to the wire for those games, and there was high-level stuff happening. Meanwhile, some gifted from above the arc, late in the clock, drives on White, swooping in, denied by Golden, recovered by Keels. The shot clock is turned off. It's a 3-point game. Young to Golden, blocked at the rim. Wow! And now all 15 free throws Orlando has taken have gone down. Miami led early. Orlando took over late.